Hi everybody. So in this video I am going to be talking about toys that your baby will probably like when they are first born. This week when I was recording my weekly vlog, I thought about toys that my baby's now interested in compared to when I first had him. And I thought about actually the time when I had my baby. I didn't really know what toys he was going to play with, what age they start playing with things, and I just didn't have a clue. And I remember going and asking my mum, but it had been like nearly 30 years since she'd gone through that, and obviously new information's come out about development and what toys are, what toys now can help with developmental stages, and and there's more things available like light up toys and things like that. So I thought I would come on and just do a video that actually, in my perspective, this might not be what other people will suggest, but 5 toys or types of toys that my baby started engaging with. So I just want to mention, this isn't me saying you need to go and get this toy. It could be that you get a toy like it could be a bit different. It's up to you what you get. It's just recommendations, things that I would have liked to have maybe seen before I had my baby. So I'm going to go through them. So there's 5 different types of toys. I would say that for Finley, and this probably is different for all babies as well, Finley started engaging with these toys at about 7 or 8 weeks. Now, I know that's quite early, I think, or that's what people have said to me. But Finley was tracing people and fingers and hands and everything right from being a few weeks old. So he, as soon as his eyesight did start to improve, he became more interested in toys. But when we got to Christmas, which was probably about the 11 week mark, sorry, it was 11 weeks at Christmas. That's when the 10-11 week mark, he suddenly started becoming interested in playing. He was waking longer hours and he wanted to actually engage. So I'm going to show you those toys. So I'd recommend probably, from about 8-9 weeks earliest, and then kind of going up to this. I'm now at the nearly 5.5 month mark, so this is probably up to 6 months. His toy preferences are changing, probably as his curiosity develops, probably as his eyesight improves, probably as he's more engaged and alert with the world. But this is essentially what he liked. So the first thing that I would recommend, and this is something that he engaged with first out of everything else, is hand puppets. So it feels like I'm going to do a performance or something. So the hand puppets were a massive hit with Finley. So I got a set of 5. So this was the crocodile. He also got a lion, a unicorn, a dog. There was something else, and I can't think of what it was. I remember those 4. I think they're the 4 that he plays with the most. But he absolutely loves them, and he still likes them now. I think these are a toy that you can carry on using and he doesn't lose interest in it. And these toys are very engaging, I think, because you're kind of getting in there and playing. And I think the nice thing about this is it's not overly stimulating. You can just move the toy around and let him have a look at it. You can start talking and using voices, or you can engage with the character and grab hold of their hands and stuff. I think this is really good, something that they can start with when they start wanting to look at things, and then as they get older. I think these were from B&M, and they were a pack of 5, which was really good. And he likes all of them, and he engages differently with all of them, which is really nice. If I can find any more, I'll show you another one, but I think the rest are in the living room. They're all in the living room, and I've left Finn and my partner in there. He's having a sleep, is Finn. So but you can use your imagination. The dog's got like cute little floppy ears and stuff. and the unicorn's got glitter on it, which is nice. So yeah, really, really good. Really recommend. If you're going to get anything, I would recommend getting some hand puppets. I also have a finger puppet that he likes as well. Now, he liked that from being really little. And he was really into that, and he still is, to be honest. I have one that actually fastens to his car seat handle so that he can see it when I'm not able to talk to him. So he really likes that. The second one is this octopus. So this is still his favourite. This is Octavia, but we call her Ottie. I named her Ottie. So Ottie has been with Finn since he was about 10 weeks old. He absolutely loves this toy. I don't actually think it's called Ottie. We made that name up. But basically this unicorn. This octopus. I'm not cutting that out. I just get tongue tied sometimes. There we go. Right, let's start again. So this octopus is really, really good for a few reasons. The first thing is that all of her legs are touchy-feel. So they've all got different textures so that he can kind of explore them all. And then you've got 3 features that he can press. So the first one is the fish sounds. So the fish sounds are basically like it does like underwater and bubbles and things like that. Then there's the music sound. So the music obviously plays different melodies, and then you have a talking button. So this button actually, she has a little voice and she kind of says different things, and every time she talks, this cute little starfish at the top lights up, and it's a nice soft light. It's not anything too dramatic, not anything too flashy. It's just a nice soft light. He absolutely loves this. This is his favourite toy. And wherever I go, I have to take this with us. And he'll sometimes just sit and just grab the legs and play with the legs and talk to the actual octopus. It's the only thing so far that we've had to replace the batteries because he uses it so much. So I really recommend this. It is quite a popular children's toy make. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not. But if you just write in Snuggles the octopus, so this should be called Snuggles this octopus, but we call it Ottie, then it would come up probably. But it's just really cute. I think something like this where there's some interaction but not too intense, really, really good toy, and just something that they can kind of cuddle as well. Obviously I won't leave him unattended with it because obviously there is a battery in here, but for him to kind of just sit and cuddle when he's kind of getting a bit tired, this is nice. The next thing is just something really simple, but just a little ball. So this one was just bought in a children's toy shop. It's nothing super special. It's just a tiny ball with another little ball in it that makes a rattling noise. Really, really good, really interactive. So when he got to about 11 weeks old and he suddenly became fascinated with his feet, this is a really good toy. I put him in his bouncer, so he's sat up and he's able to kick this ball. He's kicked it up to his chest and then grabbed it and played with it. He's kicked it off and then expected me to kind of put it back on for him, so it feels like we're playing catch a little bit, which is cute. Really, really good. And the good thing about this one is that it's squishy, so he can actually have a bit of a, if he's wanting to kind of explore with his mouth, which he's definitely at that stage, he can kind of put it to his mouth and it's not hard, it's just nice and soft. So this one was a really big hit. I have another ball as well that isn't like this one. It more looks like a little football. He likes that one as well. So just a general ball would be a good suggestion to get, especially when they're exploring the legs so they can kick it. And then the final, oh no, there's another toy, and then the final one. So the next one is this piano. So this piano, it was called My Baby's First Piano. You can get lots and lots of different versions of this kind of piano structure for a baby. There's loads of different brands out there, But what I absolutely love about this one is that the baby can play on the individual keys and they light up. I can't obviously do that because of the sound. I can't do it. I'll put in a clip without the sound so you can just see how it lights up. And then there's these buttons up here. Now these buttons are quite good because with these buttons they do all the animal noises of the animals that you can see. And then also as well there's this remix button. So if you press this, everything starts going. So a song starts playing, all of these keys light up, these light up all over the place, and then you can still play notes down here as well. And it starts playing melodies and funny animal noises. He absolutely loves this. I do limit him with this because I don't know, this one was recommended for newborn, but I get sometimes a bit worried about with lights and everything about if it's overstimulating or if it's a little bit too much. So I kind of limit him with how much time he plays on this, but I don't think it's too bad. And I'll just show you on a quick video muted how it lights up. Trying to get that to light up with a window open, not a good idea. But anyway, so it doesn't light up drastic. That's what I was trying to show. And then the final thing is, I can't show you Finn's because I made the biggest mum error ever. I actually forgot to bring home Finn's stuffy toy when we went to my mum's. It's at my mum's house. So Finn is really attached to a little toy called Bing. So Bing is a TV show. I didn't know this when we got it. And he's a really cute little bunny rabbit. And Finn really likes that toy. He liked it just being at the side of him. So for an example, I'm just going to show you this one. So this is Nate the mouse. So he does like to play with Nate. Nate does, you know, he usually comes on the changing mat and does a little bit of talk and play with him there. But just like a little stuffed animal that they can kind of get used to. Now, it is a bit of a luck of the draw because obviously one thing that I did get a lot of was a lot of little cute toys like this when he was born, and he didn't go for what everybody thought he would. You know, there was a really cute little bunny, there was a cute dinosaur, we've got a little piglet, we've got a little lamb. He liked the bunny and that's his choice, and he loves that bunny, and I have left it at mum's, but he's got Ottie, so it'll be okay. As long as I've got Ottie or I've got Bing, we're fine. But just a little snuggle companion really. You see these ones that kind of have the blanket thing on, I don't know why, but he's just never really used them. I have tried to get him to engage with them, but he just doesn't seem that interested in them. I think he just would rather play with, I have given him them and he has messed with them and scrunched them, but I just didn't, I thought he'd be more engaged with them than he has been, but I guess every child is different. So they are the 5 toys that I recommend. Obviously, it's your choice what you want to get. You might get completely different. You might not want to use some of the stuff that I have, but you know, it was just some suggestions there. And I think that for me, his engagement with those 5 things was amazing. And I think they really helped, you know, him to become more curious, and now he's wanting to use more advanced toys and things. So it was just a suggestion. And yeah, if anybody does want to comment below about what their favourite baby toys are, or if there's something that they found that their baby engages with, then please do. and I hope that you found the recommendations useful.